An historic vote in Puerto Rico this weekend. 100 years after being granted U.S. citizenship, Puerto Ricans will vote on whether to become the 51st state. And it comes at a time of deep financial uncertainty for that island. Leslie Picker is in San Juan.
Flags adorning the bright rows of colonial buildings underscore the sentiment of statehood here in Puerto Rico. Oftentimes, you'll find the Puerto Rican flags next to American ones, the blue part of the flag matching. But then, you'll also see Puerto Rican flags by themselves, with a lighter shade of blue. That signifies independence.
This question of status will be the focus of a vote taking place on Sunday. Puerto Ricans will go to the polls to determine whether or not they want to become a U.S. state, a sovereign nation, or remain a commonwealth, which is something in between.
Puerto Rico has been in a recession for 10 years and is grappling with $120 billion of debt and unfunded pension liabilities that caused it to seek bankruptcy protection last month. About 40% of U.S. municipal bond funds have exposure to Puerto Rican bonds, with billions of dollars worth of exposure. Tensions here are high. Residents we spoke with said that becoming a state could solve their economic problems. Others blame the U.S. for the mess on the island and would prefer to keep their Commonwealth status or seek sovereignty.
There is the feeling, that you can trust not anymore. And that is very hard.
And not everyone in the U.S. is in full support, wary that they'd have to take on the burden of a bankrupt municipality if Puerto Rico votes for statehood. But according to government officials on the island, Vice President Mike Pence has pledged his support for Puerto Rican statehood should residents vote that way. Governor Ricardo Rosselló, who campaigned on the premise of statehood before winning election in November, defended Puerto Rico's right.
We wouldn't want, a bailout. I'm no fan of bailouts. I think we need to assume responsibility for what's going on here. Statehood is an equal playing field for U.S. citizens that reside on the island.
Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens, but they don't have the same access to benefits as those on the mainland. While they can serve in the military, they can't vote for their commander-in-chief. The topic is so important to elected officials here. They've spent $7 million on this weekend's election, despite being bankrupt. The Justice Department was supposed to provide $2.5 million in exchange for a say over the wording on the ballots, but that money has yet to arrive.
This is not about the money. This is more than that. So keep the money. Let us express ourselves. And that's what we are going to have on Sunday.
Gonzalez is confident that residents will vote for statehood, but it wouldn't be the first time. Puerto Rico had a similar vote 5 years ago, but it's up to Congress to write a statute welcoming Puerto Rico to become the 51st state. So far, there hasn't been willingness in Washington to do that. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Leslie Picker, San Juan, Puerto Rico.